Daily Beast these days is wall-to-wall, don't vote for Bernie Sanders. Read two stories in a row. You can't do it. He's not electable. He's not electable. Don't do it. Hillary's the best. Hillary's the best. Okay. So one of those is from Keli Goff. She fancies herself the mind reader of all African Americans, and she speaks for them, like all the pundits on TV. They're always saying, oh, my gut tells me the American people think this. Yeah, but what does the polling say? What do the numbers say? I don't care what your gut tells you, and I don't care how you think you have ESP. What are the actual facts? No. Goff is not going to deal in facts. She's going to deal in something that's honestly far uglier. So what's her attack against Bernie Sanders? She says, quote, not caring about which candidate is actually electable might be one of the greatest forms of privilege there is. Ooh, nice card from the bottom of the deck there. So it's apparently, she didn't say white privilege. She just said privilege, okay? That if you actually care about the issues, that's a form of privilege. Now, get back in line and vote for Hillary Clinton. That's not establishment privilege, is it, Kelly? No. Okay, we'll get to that in a second. And she assumes that Bernie Sanders is less electable. She gives almost no evidence to that fact. I have the actual evidence in a little bit. She goes on to say, ignoring whether a candidate is actually electable is a luxury most minorities simply can't afford. Once again, you're assuming that he's not electable, and you're being very arrogant in thinking that you speak for all minorities. Okay, let's keep going. So as she continues to read the minds of African-American voters, she makes up a story about how a typical voter might react. She says, then there are those who vote for survival. That's the person who votes and gets family members to vote to try to overturn a stand-your-ground law in her state, because she knows more than one unarmed teen in her community who was killed because of such a law. That kind of voter doesn't have the luxury of waiting to be inspired by a candidate or to think long-term about how their vote might make a difference a decade from now. Look at all the nonsense assumptions built into that statement. If you're inspired by Bernie Sanders, that means you have to wait decades. Now, wait a minute. The exact opposite is true. Bernie Sanders is saying, I want the reform right now. So we need criminal justice reform immediately. We don't have the luxury of waiting. Hillary Clinton, on almost every issue, including this one, says, I'm going to put a Band-Aid on it. Oh, come on. Let's be incrementalist. It's not that big a deal. It's not that bad. Now, of course, Hillary Clinton's the same person who, in 1994, arguing for Bill Clinton's draconian crime law, said that there's a new breed of kids out there that are super predators, hugely racially coded language, saying they have no conscience, no empathy, and they must be brought to heel. Oh, really? She cared about African-American voters at that time and their worries? Now you're trying to use all this to say, if you're African-American, you better vote for Hillary Clinton. The establishment is telling you to vote for Hillary Clinton, and you better do it. If you don't, then you're just part of the white privilege. Makes no sense whatsoever. Okay, no. Wait a couple of decades. Not justice now, justice much, much later. That's what Hillary Clinton proposes, and that's the smart way to go. Thank you. We appreciate it, Goff, for being so smart. The patronizing attitude throughout this piece is vomitous, okay? Let's continue. The crowds at Bernie Sanders rallies could easily be mistaken for those attending a mega church tent revival. All smiles, music and enthusiasm, out the yin-yang. That doesn't change the fact that beyond his core loyalists, Bernie Sanders is not widely seen as presidential material. Well, of course, Kelly, he's not in your circle. And is your circle really that typical African-American family in South Carolina that you're pretending to represent right now? I mean, look, let's keep it real. You are on CNN, MSNBC all the time. You're writing for Daily Beast. You wrote a book, God Bless Your Heart. You went to NYU, Columbia Graduate School. I went to Columbia Graduate School too. But don't come pretending to me that you're not part of the establishment. Now, I'm not holding that against you, but then you can't come around and pretend like, oh my God, I know, man. If you guys support a guy who wants bigger change, it's all singing and hippies and stuff like that. But we all know he's not presidential media. Who's we? That's my question here. Who's we? Yeah, all your friends in Washington and New York, that's part of the establishment. Yeah, you all have the establishment privilege. You can put a Band-Aid on it because it's not that bad a life for you. You got it pretty good. And all your friends have it pretty good. Just put a Band-Aid on it. That's privilege, okay? But don't talk about how everybody in the club knows that he's not presidential material. Yeah, how do you know that in the club? Where are your facts? So, let's go to facts. Give me 1 second, I'm going to give you all the polling on it. First, actually, a little bit more condescension from Keli Goff. She says, yet watching Bernie Sanders gain momentum and be enthusiastically celebrated by the same people ridiculing Trump supporters as delusional has been a combination of ironic and baffling. Oh, that's perfect. It wasn't enough to make up all these things. Now I'm going to say you're like the Trump supporters. Now, but wait a minute. If you can't tell the difference between who are enthusiastic about Donald Trump and Bernie Sanders, your power of deductive reasoning is really, really weak. So one side is into bigotry, xenophobia, racism, etc., and is riled up because they want to have that racism rise again. And the other side says, hey, wait a minute, maybe we should concentrate on the real problems in our system. Not fantasy, not idealism. You know what the real problem is? Money in politics leads to the corruption of the entire system. So we can't win on any of these issues we care about, including criminal justice reform, including getting better wages for all Americans, if we don't get the money out of politics. Otherwise, all of the politicians are bought and are going to do what the donors want. You see, that's smart. That's reasoning. That's saying, let us fix the core of the problem. And you're going to compare that to Trump supporters? Pathetic. And then she says, oh, they're just all like the Nader people. You know, we all knew Nader couldn't win, but all you guys wanted to vote for Nader anyway. And then she makes up quotes that she attributes to Ralph Nader supporters, like this one. They say, I'd rather vote my conscience than vote for the winner. Okay, now, a couple of things wrong with that. First of all, that's not a real quote from a Ralph Nader supporter. She, as usual, did her ESP to figure out that the Nader supporters and the Sanders supporters feel the same way. I don't know any Bernie Sanders supporters who says he can't win, let's just waste our vote. So you made that up. Nobody actually thinks that it's actually supporting Bernie Sanders. Now, second of all, I had Ralph Nader on my show how many times? At least 2 different times for over half an hour. All we did was yell at him about the election in 2000, especially as we were going into the election of 2004 and he was thinking of running again. Because even if you supported Ralph Nader's message, at that point, as a third-party candidate, not as a Democrat, as a third-party candidate, he had no chance of winning, and everybody knew that, and it was based on facts, the numbers, and the polling. This is not the same situation. Bernie Sanders is a Democratic candidate who just won by 22 points in New Hampshire, who tied unexpectedly, came all the way from behind and tied Hillary Clinton in Iowa, who has now caught her in national polls when she used to lead by 30, 40 points. Now he's caught her up to her in national polls. So to compare those two situations is either purposely misleading or shows you don't know anything about history or politics. So now let's go to the polls. She mentions one Monmouth University poll that says that Hillary Clinton is more electable than Bernie Sanders. Now I know all the polls, and that doesn't exist. So I clicked on her link to see what it said. Oh, it turns out no. The Monmouth University poll is not who would you vote for. Bernie Sanders wins all of those. It's who do you think other people will vote for. That's a terribly misleading poll. She linked to it anyway, pretending that it represents all other polls. That's not true. I've shown you dozens of polls on this show. I'll show you another one that's much more recent, and that one she quoted was from a month ago. Okay, so general election matchup. Let's take a look here. Rubio versus Sanders. Oh my God, oh no. Rubio is beating Sanders by 1 point, 44 to 43. That's real clear politics, okay, and that's recent. So, okay, maybe Kelly's got a point there. My God, I'm sure that Hillary Clinton is doing much better against Rubio. So let's take a look at Hillary Clinton versus Rubio. Oh no, she's doing worse. She's losing by 4 points to Rubio. That's outside the margin of error. The Bernie Sanders one is almost a tie within the margin of error. The other one's outside the margin of error. She's definitely losing to Rubio. All right, no, it's probably just that one case because the establishment knows that Hillary Clinton is more electable. Keli Goff knows that she's more electable. So let's go to the numbers, and I'm sure she does better against other candidates. All right, how about Cruz? Oh, look at that. Oh, thank God. Bernie Sanders beating Cruz by 3 points, so he would win that election. Let's go to Hillary Clinton. I'm sure she's beating him by more, right? Oh, no, she's losing to Cruz. Now, again, that's basically a statistical tie, okay? But Bernie Sanders winning by 3, Clinton tied with Cruz. So wait, Kelly, I don't understand. Who's more electable? Oh, you say, oh, the candidate might be Donald Trump. All right, let's go to Donald Trump. Bernie Sanders, 49.7%. Donald Trump, 40%. Kicking his ass, beating him by nearly 10 points. Now, when you go to Hillary Clinton, she's also beating Donald Trump. Thank God. If you can't beat that maniac, you really are the worst. But beating him by less than 5 points. Less than half of Bernie Sanders' lead. Interesting. Hey, establishment, I couldn't hear you. Who's more electable? Oh, yeah, when you're talking about, I'm making up how black voters feel. I'm making up how older voters feel. I'm making this up and I'm making that up and it's my gut. You always say Hillary Clinton, Hillary Clinton. When we go to the numbers, it's always Bernie Sanders, Bernie Sanders, Bernie Sanders. But you never mention that. Instead, you do outdated polls on not this issue, but a different issue. Why? Because you got to axe the grind. Oh, it's got to be Hillary. It's got to be Hillary. It's got to be Hillary. I think it's called establishment privilege. Okay, then let's go back to more condescending talk from Goff. She says, according to polling research, Sanders supporters are primarily white and they have higher levels of education and income than Clinton supporters. Okay, so let me get this right. If you're more educated and you know the facts better and you know the policies better, that's apparently a strike against you. And it seems like it's a weird kind of backhanded insult to African American voters. Like, oh, well, you know, they're less educated, so therefore Hillary. So that's a good thing. What's the point you're trying to make? Oh, I know the point. Okay, look at this jump now, because she wants to connect them to Nader supporters. So she says, in 2000, the Washington Post described Nader voters as, quote, disproportionately young, white, and well-educated. How do you like that leap in logic? Okay, well, since Bernie Sanders voters are young and educated, and Nader supporters were young and educated, they must be the same people. Even though that was in 2000 and we're in 2016, the young voters back then are not so young anymore, and there's 1,000 other problems with that analogy, but you want to trick people, so you just conflate those two things, like, oh yeah, it's unrealistic. Where was Nader polling? He wasn't polling like this. Bernie Sanders is polling better than Hillary Clinton. Get it through your skull. Okay, I know everybody in Washington, all your friends, all your buddies in New York, and in all the TV studios think, oh, he's not a real candidate. He's not real presidential material. Thank you so much for your condescension. All right, I'm almost done. She says, again, this isn't a surprise. Because if there's anyone who can afford to vote for a candidate and genuinely not care whether he or she wins or loses, it is a young person of privilege who ultimately has very little at stake. Oh. All right. Apparently, she doesn't understand this. But a lot of young people have an enormous amount of student debt. They have a lot at stake. They have all of the debt that they have and they must carry at stake, let alone everything else, including their wages at stake. But she's like, oh, young voters. It's such an establishment line to dismiss young voters, even though she just accidentally told you that they're better educated. Oh, they don't know anything. They don't have anything at stake. They're just privileged and voting for idealism. Well, your ideal candidate is Hillary Clinton, and you'd like to vote for her, and you'd like to trick people into voting for her. Apparently, you have nothing at stake, so it's not a big deal for you. Put a Band-Aid on it. Put a Band-Aid on it. What difference does it make? We're all making a lot of money anyway. All right, and she says, and if we're being honest, a person of privilege won't really be that affected by who becomes Attorney General or who's nominated to the Supreme Court. What does that mean? What are you talking about? So a person of privilege is like, oh, I do declare, I really don't care who the Attorney General is. There's an argument to be made that the person who's Attorney General would care a lot more about who pulls the levers of power. It's such a weird thing. They've got to attack Bernie Sanders in every way, and they've got to twist every fact. What's your polling on that? Show me where the people of privilege said that they don't care about the Attorney General, but people who don't have privilege said, man, I really care about the Attorney General. Where's your facts on that? All right, yet again, no facts at all. Okay. Finally, she says, I guess the question becomes whether the needs of less privileged voters will ever become a priority for more privileged progressives who have the luxury of letting inspiration be their guide. Okay, let me flip that around. I guess the question becomes whether the needs of the less privileged voters will ever become a priority for the more privileged establishment who believes that their candidate is clearly the better candidate. You less privileged people don't understand that Hillary Clinton is obviously better because we deemed it so. Everybody in Washington and New York agrees. Oh, no, we don't do math. We don't do math. We don't do polling. We don't actually look at numbers or facts or reason. We have establishment privilege. We don't really need to fix anything. So vote for Hillary Clinton. Get a Band-Aid. Thank you, but you can check that privilege at the door. Young Turks.